Philippe, thank you very much for taking some time to speak with us today. Now, you have a long history and a great deal of experience in this sector with TiO2. So, why don't we start by just understanding how you heard about Argex and then what attracted you to the company? So, if you could provide us with that background first, please.
Yes, so thank you very much. I worked 15 years at Kronos in the titanium dioxide business, and part of my business, sales and marketing, I should say, is to get information, because information is really, we should say, gasoline of sales and marketing. So I used a lot of tools to get information, and last April this year, I heard about the agreement between Argex and PPG. And if I'm right, I got this information from a website, from the Yahoo Finance website, and I had some alerts, and I got this. And when I read this article, okay, for sure, the name of PPG catch my eyes, because PPG is the number 2 worldwide, talking about coatings business. And I decided to get more in details in this press release, and so I discovered the name of Argex Mining. And it was very interesting, and at the end, I read that Argex is willing to enter in this business with a new process to make titanium dioxide. And in my mind, no, impossible. There is only 2 processes. The first one, sulfate process, coming from 1916. The second process, chloride process, was born in 1948. And really, we had big experience of titanium dioxide process and what can we do, what we cannot do. And today, having in mind the current technology, it's possible to have a new process. But they have announced a new process. So really it catch my eyes, and I decided to better follow this company and to get more information about this.
And after you spoke with Roy Bonnell, and I presume it was quite a technical discussion as well, did you regard this as potentially a revolutionary process?
Yes, for sure. But before to talk to Roy Bonnell, I need to convince myself that there is really something behind this, and how to have a new process. And with this information, finally I got the solution. Is today, and still today, all the titanium dioxide producers are chemicals company, and they are thinking like chemists. And the CTL process, the Argex titanium process, is more a metallurgical process. And really, the 2 words, chemical world and the metallurgical world, are 2 completely different words with no bridge. And suddenly I realized that Argex have the possibility to make a bridge between these 2 worlds. And looking at the process, I told myself, yes, okay, it's simple, it's clear, but it's really to make a bridge between these 2 different worlds, and by this bridge, they are able to make a new product.
Well, obviously that has to be somewhat inspirational, especially since you're running sales and marketing for Argex. Perhaps a bit of a discussion about the details of your responsibilities and what you will be doing to build a market for Argex in advance of going into production, full-scale production, which is projected towards the end of 2014. What will you be doing during the interim to spark interest in what Argex is producing?
Yeah. First, after talking to Roy Bonnell, I found that the team, the existing team, is really exciting, because Roy is driving the finance, Enrico Di Cesare is driving the technology, but I told myself, hey, what about sales and marketing? Do they have knowledge? Do they have skills about this market? And so I decided to bring my skills and my competence on this. And to answer to your question, for sure, we are waiting to be in production in 2014. That means that we have 1 year just to make our company, to make Argex Titanium more visible on the market. What means more visible is that today the market is driven by 5 major companies who are representing something like 55% of the titanium dioxide production. And our objective, my objective, is to become quickly the 6th major producer and to enter the top 5 in the next, I should say, 3 to 4 years. But we need to build an image of the company, and it's a long term, short term, medium term. I should say that during this year, during the next year, to 2013, it will be exactly the right timing to build the image of Argex Titanium as a real producer of titanium dioxide. And so part of the business is to make contract, to make agreement with the key customer, the key end user. There is something like 2 or 3 companies in the coatings business, 2 or 3 companies in the plastics business. We have in mind also to quickly enter the cosmetics and food business, because this market is requesting for pure product, and really we have really the best pure product that I have never saw. So this will be part of my activities. Second part of my activities also is to be a player, I should say, inside the business, because talking about customers and users, it's outside the activities, but inside the business, we have really a key role to play. Talking about some professional organization. There was one professional organization in Europe. There is another one in the United States. Both professional organization, have strong connection, and by this we can make some lobbying, and we can be considered as a real key player in this activity.
Argex's process is expected to be able to take uneconomic piles of TiO2 that have effectively been cast away by other companies because their processes are uneconomic, whereas Argex is expected to come in, be able to take that material and process it in an economic way. The advantages to that would appear to be that it can go anywhere in the world where there is material with modules. Does that give this company an advantage that doesn't exist to any other company that is currently in the marketplace?
Yes, for sure. We are thinking global, and when I talked about market coatings and plastics and food cosmetics, it's on a global basis, and we need to have in mind. So today, every key player, every key user are worldwide, and we need to be present everywhere. Talking about the process, since the last 2 years, I should say, titanium dioxide business have had a big change. The products, the prices of the titanium dioxide have doubled, the feedstock have increased, energy price have increased, and the strategy of the titanium dioxide producer is to offer is to make that the demand will be to have a demand very close to the offer. And one of the key points is to add new capacity to give a good answer to the demand. But a new capacity, it's not easy, because to have a good plant, to have a profitable plant, you need to have in mind something like with the chloride or sulfate process, you have to have in mind something like 100 or 120,000 tons production per year. One question should be, is it possible to make additional lines to the current plants? And so it's very difficult because all the titanium dioxide plants have been built more than 20 to 30 years ago. That means 20 to 30 years ago, the companies have built these plants in the middle of nowhere. But now, all these plants are in some urban areas. So it's very difficult, I should say impossible, to add new lines to the current plant. So really, if we want to have to offer to the market more product, we need to build a new plant. And talking about the Argex processing, the CTL process, really we have an interesting process talking about cost, and also don't forget environmental problem, because environmental concerns are more and more important. And what is important for us, what is important for talking about the plant, is the feedstock cost and the energy. And with our process, we are able to use very low cost feedstock. And after, the second point is to find the energy at the right cost. And we have some contact, and we have some options to why not build other plants in the world.
Philippe, thank you very much for talking with us today and sharing your thoughts. And we look forward to much progress over the coming year. Thank you.
Oh, thanks very much. Thank you.